Hey there, folks. I'm Isaac, and I'm enacting the will of the Emperor.
And I'm Claire, and I'm still on an Animal Crossing island forever.
And this is Make That Game,
where we pitch the latest,
the greatest
new video game ideas
that won't ever get made. No, we just pitch them and ditch them. We
That's
get them
what
out
we say.
there. We get them out there. We let you hear them,
Yeah.
and then we forget about them almost immediately.
Yeah, I think our listeners probably remember them better than we do.
Yeah, people will be like, "Remember that? And
Remember
I
that
say, no.
space worm?" And I'm like, I don't actually remember that space worm.
No, that's not real to me. No, I have
We
to get
can't. We have too many ideas in our head to keep track of the ones we've already said out loud. Like
Exactly.
it's recorded for a reason.
Gotta push the old ideas out to make room for the new ideas. That's just how it works.
That's just how it works.
Hey, guess what?
What?
It's episode 150.
Yeah.
Do you know what that means?
What does that mean?
That means this is the Pokemon episode. It's not really the Pokemon episode.
It would have been cool if we thought that through.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's not. We don't have any Pokemon plans
and
for this.
before anybody, I know somebody out there already has stuck their finger up in the air and it says, "Excuse me." No, I know that.
Well,
I know Mew is number 151, but Mew was a secret, at the time.
Spoilers.
At the time, nobody knew about Mew. It was just the original 150, and I know modern speak is, the original 151. No, 150.
Wow, I didn't know there was such a divide in the Pokemon community.
Yeah, well, expect to get hate mail.
Okay, well, you can email your hate mail to makethatgamepodcast@gmail.com, or your fan mail, or any mail in between, really.
So, the theme for the game pitches this week is vitamins.
Yes.
And that is only tangentially related to Pokemon.
I guess it is a little, right? Don't they have vitamins?
Yeah. You can give yourself iron and protein, and those are vitamins.
Protein is not a vitamin.
What?
Iron
I
is
guess I'm thinking
technically a
of
mineral.
macros.
Yeah, iron's technically a mineral.
Okay, well, vitamins and minerals.
Right.
Okay.
They're different. They're distinct.
Never mind. Then it's not related to Pokemon at all. I would like to hear your pitch for the game idea that you have based on the theme of minerals, and Lewis has just arrived to interfere with everything.
Perfect.
Welcome,
That's what we
Lewis.
love, though. We love when Lewis, our beautiful baby boy, who's a cat, by the way, is here.
He sat down to watch us very patiently.
He's our live audience.
Wow. Live show. This counts as a live show.
This counts as a live show.
Okay, yes. Your pitch, please.
Okay. It is a 2D side scroller, and each level is themed to a vitamin.
Okay.
So
So vitamins are like A, B, C, D,
K.
K, P?
Nope. Just it ends at K.
Wait. So there's no E, F, G, H, I?
So I actually did some research on vitamins.
Oh, thank you.
And EFGHI did exist, but they were all reclassified at some point, either as not vitamins and actually as a different kind of like mineral or, like a different substance, or a lot of them were reclassified into vitamin B.
Oh.
So like that's why there's like B12, B8, like B9, all those things like they're like too similar. I guess the compounds are very, very similar.
Okay.
So instead of having them be different letters, they just made them B and then a number.
I didn't know anything about vitamins up until this moment. So
wow, you made the theme and you didn't even go on the
thing.
Wikipedia page for vitamin. Incredible.
No.
Incredible. Okay, so it would go in order of like the vitamins. So like A, B, all the Bs.
What does a vitamin A level look like?
I mean, I don't know. I didn't do that much research.
Okay. So
like imagine
themed on vitamin A.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out when we make it.
I think vitamin A is the one in carrots. So I don't know, maybe it'd be like orange and there's carrots attacking you. I don't know.
Okay.
But okay, let me get back to it. So so at the end of every level, the goal is that you've collected this vitamin. So you're trying to like get maybe enough of like that vitamin essence to like fill a bar or something.
Okay.
And at the end, you fight and there's a boss in each level that's like vitamin themed too.
Okay.
Maybe we can work with a vitamin consultant on this. I don't know. Someone who knows a little
let's get
more
a
than me.
nutritionist in here.
Yeah, exactly. But the end, the fun thing is that once you collect them all, the boss you actually give the vitamins to, and then it heals the boss, and then we're all friends.
Oh.
So he's like grumpy, and then you have to know, like, okay, so I guess it's kind of learn him up, like, Like right now he's doing an attack because his eyesight's bad, so he needs vitamin A, and then you like
Wait,
heals his
so do you like
eyesight.
encounter the boss and then pick which level to go to based on what you
No.
think his deficiency is?
No, it'll be like it's like phases. So
Oh,
like
okay,
he'll
okay.
like first phase is like deficiency like A, and then it's like, and then he's like withering because he needs vitamin D in the sun. And
Oh, okay,
so
okay. So it's like the same guy as the boss at the end of each like level.
no,
Oh,
the boss at the end of each level is like a little guy themed to the vitamin itself. The big boss
oh,
is
of the
just
whole game.
the whole game. It's just like
Okay.
an angry gremlin, but you heal him with vitamins, and
Gotcha.
then he's nice.
Okay.
So that's the game. So if you actually fight him and he dies, then you lose.
Okay. 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 Yeah, fair, legit. Yeah, you don't want to kill the guy. Okay. Cool. Taking a photo of Lewis
Yeah,
here
but he stopped looking at me the second I brought a camera out. That's so Lewis.
because he
Lewis.
knew.
Lewis. Nope.
No, he doesn't want to be taken. He doesn't want paparazzi.
I wanted to post a picture.
No, unfortunately, he doesn't.
That's a good segue, though, that I did actually launch our Patreon. Like
I didn't even know that.
I know. So you can go there. You can go to Patreon. I think it
You can give
actually
us
don't know the
$1.
website. Like, I don't know the URL. It's like patreon.com/makethatgame, I think. Yeah, it is. It is. That's patreon.com/makethatgame.
Okay, perfect.
So you can join for free. And then I'll post things like pictures of Lewis bothering us during podcast recordings. And then I also have one tier set up for one single doll hair.
Ooh.
In which you'll get screenshots of the 3 random words that we have each episode before the episode goes live.
Whoa! So you
Whoa.
can predict your better game ideas.
Exactly, and that's fun, I think. So anyway, we'll add more tiers as we go, but I just wanted people to know that because that was one of our podcast 2025, and then seeped over into 2026 goals.
Yeah.
So I'm actually moving and grooving on that. So anyway, that's my game idea and my cool announcement. What's your vitamin game idea?
It's a bad one. It
Oh.
sucks. It's stupid. I don't like it anymore. I don't want to talk about it. Oh, okay. So
Did you like mine too much?
No,
No.
it's just I just realized that I didn't actually really come up with a game idea, if you know what I mean. I got too lazy with it. I don't know why I thought that this would be acceptable.
Okay.
So I think
Okay.
Here's the backstory. Here's what I think happened.
Okay.
I thought we were gonna record Friday. A peek behind the curtain, folks. I thought we were gonna record Friday.
Right.
And
Our furnace broke instead.
our furnace broke, and I came up with like a quick idea that I was like, this is gonna be serviceable. And then we didn't record on Friday. And then I went to a convention.
Yeah.
And I didn't think about it at all to like
Even though you
add
said, "Oh, we
more.
can record when I get back."
I know. I did say that. But in my head,
Yeah.
I guess I was like, yeah, no, the idea is fine. And then I got back, and then now we're recording, and it hasn't developed at all beyond like this
I'll
works.
figure it out. Okay.
Okay,
Well, you
so
had all of that speech to develop it. So
The
let's go.
idea is it is a survival game. So like,
yep.
you know, Subnautica
Subnautica,
style, like Subnautica, The Forest. I'm not thinking survival horror, just like pure survival.
Yeah.
You are in a harsh environment and you need to collect resources to build like a base and like sustain yourself, etc., etc. But specifically, like you need to balance vitamins. Like instead of just having a hunger meter and a P meter, you've got a vitamin A meter,
Oh
a
my
vitamin
God.
B 1 through 12 meter, vitamin K meter. You know, apparently there's no HIJ, but so like different foods and stuff will give you different vitamins. And with vitamin D, you have to spend time in the actual sunlight.
Well, or food.
Yeah, I know that there's food that provides it, but like another way to do it is like spending it in the sunlight.
But food, I think, does better.
Oh, really?
I think
I was
like,
always under the impression that like sunlight was
I think
like
leafy
the prime.
greens are like the best, but I could be wrong. I'm not a nutritionist.
Yeah, nutritionists, email us. So yeah, that was basically the idea. It was just like, let me get slightly more in depth on like a pretty generic survival game. All right, so the idea, it's based on Brian Jacques' Hatchet. No, not Brian Jacques. Who does Hatchet? Brian Jacques does Redwall.
I'll look it up.
A Cessna plane crashes in a bad environment, and you gotta survive, and you gotta get your vitamins.
Gary Paulson.
Gary Paulson. Just Brian Jacques, Gary Paulson. They're basically the same name. I think we can all agree.
Yeah.
That is the same person.
Definitely.
But yeah, that is the game idea. And leafy greens. There's wild leafy greens. Like you can't just like eat any random leaf.
No.
But like there's wild lettuce, right?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, that's integral to this game.
I might be thinking calcium is one maybe that I'm confusing it with. Calcium is also like more prevalent in like greens.
Okay.
Than it is in even milk.
Oh, interesting.
But it was like Big Milk that pushed that like this is the one way to get calcium. And when I say Big Milk, I truly mean that. That is like truly what happened.
Those Got Milk ads?
Yeah.
Propaganda.
It was.
Yeah. I remember I wrote an essay in like 5th grade that milk was bad.
Yeah.
Based on like it being propaganda campaign, etc. Like literally like 5th, maybe 6th grade. I forget if it was elementary school or middle school, but I do remember basically and doing actual small child research into like on the library computer.
Got you the answer you needed.
Yeah. And I was like, does milk actually help with osteoporosis? Well, you'll have to read my essay.
Yeah. We should post it maybe on Patreon for our $1
I don't think I would ever be able to find it. I don't think I have a 5th or possibly 6th grade reference.
Yeah, I have my high school essay still.
I have somewhere a couple of those, but yeah. Anyways, all right. Let's move on past.
No,
let's
I like
move
that.
on.
All right. Well, we're trying something new.
We're mixing it up. Literally.
And we're gonna do rapid fire round now.
What?
Yeah, so we've done our game ideas. Now we're going to do the rapid fire round. And that's where
we're going to do more game ideas. We're just going to do all the game ideas at once.
We're going to generate 3 random words. We'll come up with a game idea based on those 3 words. And we also have to come up with a name for that game. And we only have 5 minutes to do so.
And I'm going to start the timer. Right. You're not ready.
No. I'm ready now.
I'm going to start the timer in 3, 2, 1, go.
Diameter, filter, laborer.
Okay. So filters based on diameter of particles, right? So like filters have certain, like they're filled with holes that have certain diameters. And so things that are larger get caught in the filter and the water or whatever you're filtering goes through. So this is a automated like factory automation game kind of thing. Where you are specifically setting up, like a big part of it is setting up water systems. And so like certain devices need certain purities of water. So you need to go get like increasingly better filters effectively. So at first you're just like a large filter, like it will literally just block like gravel from getting into my water system.
Okay.
And then like that has its inefficiencies because like sand will make your machines shut down when it builds up inside of their motors, and then you have to get filters that can like filter out sand.
Why would you start with something that'll be a problem though?
Because you don't have a choice, because that's the progression system. You start with only the capacity for like large filters that like stop the biggest problems.
Okay.
And at a certain point, like there might be like water sources that are like tainted with a specific chemical, so you need like really specific filters like block it out.
Yeah. So I get the gameplay loop. What's like the game like what am I doing? Like one level. Like do I just click a button? Like how do I get the filters?
So think of like Age of Empires like control system where it's like an above view and like you select like you have like a little menu of like buildings to build.
Okay, so the progression is almost like a RTS.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That's what like an automation game usually is.
It's a micro real-time strategy work simulator about filtering.
The genre is called automation games. That's an actual genre that like Factorio. is a pretty popular one in that space. Where
But like, where are you getting the filters? Like, is there a challenge? Like, what's the hard part? I guess to me,
So
what I'm imagining is I'm just like clicking and doing it.
I mean, essentially, yes. You're managing like research, like the research of new technology and acquiring new types of resources, and so because of the water theme, I'm imagining this as being steampunk. So that's why the water is like important, and so
How much
like
time do we have left?
we have 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Like, is that enough time for me to talk about the steampunk?
I just don't
theme?
like not being able to see the timer.
Okay.
It stresses me out.
Oh my god. Well, I can't even see the timer most of the time. All right,
I know.
so
You just talk like there's no timer.
because I gotta get what I need to get out. So okay, steampunk automation game, and you can hire laborers, and you yourself are a laborer to like help with some of the things. Like there might be things that you need people to manually like bring buckets of water from point A to point B because you don't have enough pipes. Mm-hmm. Or like they need to do some kind of like, they could filter gold, and that could be an income source for you to get more resources to build more filters for your steampunk devices.
Okay, I see where it goes.
And this is called Steam for You. Steamy.
Not steamy, because then it's like romancy, I feel.
Yeah, no, that's the joke.
Oh.
Steamy mess.
Filtered water.
Water filter.
Water filter.
Water filter, yo.
Yo?
No, EO, like Factorio.
Oh.
Water filter, EO.
No.
Okay, yeah, I know, no, but...
Resource filter time.
The Great Filter.
Ooh, I like that.
I mean, that...
I know that's a thing. But...
Actually, yeah. And then the picture on the cover is a bunch of filter, like the big filter, and then like a... I'm not going to be able to describe it. I have a vision in my head. We have 25 seconds left. It's done. We got it.
Great filter.
I have a really cool idea for a cover for that game.
You should draw it up. We'll put it on our Patreon.
Now that it's launched, we have to
fill it with content so that it's fun to be a member for free and for pay.
Wow. All right. Starting in 3, 2, 1, go.
Generation Theorist Initiative.
Okay. Take the initiative to theorize the next generation of water filtration system.
No.
Well, what's your idea? That's what I thought.
Okay, well, what if it's like a city builder? I read this book that was weird about a planet, and maybe I feel like I already did a game idea based on this book, though. Actually,
you did.
Okay,
I remember.
Never mind.
No, we repeat in the rapid fire round all the time.
Okay, I was just thinking like it could be that you.
Oh, it's across multiple generations.
Yeah, it's like a city builder, but maybe so that's the generational part, but the theorized part is like you change
research, like it's generational research.
You like change, what's the word? Variables. You change variables in the environment to try to like get a certain type of like generation next, like more like they're going to be, and then they have more initiative. I don't know. Help.
Okay. So I like the idea. So it's generational. I'm thinking more like foundation. Like the foundation is like a generational, like they're
like the
sci-fi show
genetic dynasty.
No. The foundation itself within the story, the foundation.
Okay.
So like it's a multi-generational project to like preserve knowledge.
Okay.
Or at least no spoilers.
I mean, it's a book that's been out since the 40s, right?
Oh, well, the show takes liberties. So, okay. So the idea is that each generation you basically have like scientists that you assign to like research different things. Mm-hmm. And each generation, like obviously scientists come and go, like they die or like they lose the ability to help you research.
Right.
And so you're like managing the assignment of like scientists on these different theories.
Okay. Yeah.
And picking scientists with like the best skills for different areas. So like they have a bunch of like skill ratings, and like you can see like the project. And initiative is another word for a project.
Oh, that's true. Like
so
an initiative.
This is the gravity initiative.
Yeah.
And so like it'll have a list of like skills needed, and you just have to pick which.
And maybe
scientist.
like kind of like with Wandering Village, it's like you can pick what initiatives you're like going for.
Exactly.
Right now.
Yeah. So you pick which initiatives like you're working on, you pick which scientists are doing it, and because it's like multi-generational, like you've got to constantly be replacing them.
Yeah, figure out
and
continuity.
Like you're also, it is a city builder like your original idea, because you have to like create a city that like results in people with like the skills that you're going to need. So like you build like universities and like you can just guide your villagers, your people to like do certain things to hopefully get high skills to like rocket your projects forward.
I like it. All right, we got to name it.
It's called Foundational.
Foundational knowledge.
Foundational knowledge.
Talking about my generation.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Let's see. This names are always hard because I always like just am focusing on the words themselves and like how to like.
Well,
make
we do have
the
3
words.
words, and it's like we don't really have to do that. For the name.
Yeah.
Science in numbers.
Science, Research-O-Rama.
Knowledge based. Okay, Research-O-Rama kind of is cool.
I kind of like Research-O-Rama. 45 seconds left. We got Research-O-Rama.
I like it. I like it a lot. All right, this is our final rapid fire round.
All right, in 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh my gosh, this is fun to say. Minimum, meaning mine.
Oh, alliteration.
That's fun.
Minimum meaning mine or mime?
Mine with an
Mine.
N, like a gold mine.
Okay. Minimal?
Minimum.
Okay, meaning is hard, but minimum and mine is like you've got quotas, like you've got resource quotas.
Yeah,
It's an automation game.
Well, I don't know about automation. Well, I guess in your definition of an automation game, yes.
My definition. Okay.
The definition.
Only I believe this to be an automation. Okay, all right. Okay, I see what you're doing here.
No. But yeah, meaning. What if it's also a science game?
Okay.
So like you're mining, but you find things that don't exist. So you have to find what they mean in the sense that like what can they do?
Things that don't exist, like artifacts or like.
Well, like elements. So like instead of like
okay.
mining for gold, you're mining for like shlabam.
Okay, wait. So, okay, what if this isn't an automation game? What if this is like a first-person game? Like you are a miner, right?
Okay.
It's a solo project. You're digging through, and you like collect chunks of these resources. And think of like the adventure game like UI, where it's like touch, item in inventory to item in environment, and that's how you find out what different things do.
Oh, that's fun. I like that.
And so like you dig up like you've got like 5 units of element Y, and like you're like touching it against everything in the world, and then when element Y touches a steel item, it explodes, and you're like, oh shoot, and then you like write that down in like an in-game notebook.
Yeah, and then I think you should be allowed to name them yourself. Like every player can name them different.
Yes,
like whatever their
Explodium.
heart tells them. Yeah, exactly. Okay, I love this.
Okay,
it's called Discovery Mine. No,
Discovery-O.
My mine.
Discover disc over.
No.
Over disc.
That's not anything.
Wait
That's
a
not
second.
about anything.
I know that we haven't established this, but if it's on a disc world.
No. No.
Fine.
The meaning of the mine. I know I'm just
this
using
meaning
the
of mine.
This meaning of mine. This mine of mine. I'm gonna let it mine.
Wait, no, hold on. This meaning of mine, I don't know. That sounds like a game name. I'm not sure if it's this game's name, but it sounds like a game's name.
I mean, we could go with it. I'm fine going with it. But if you don't feel it, if you're not feeling it in your heart, we gotta keep.
I kind of feel it in my heart.
This meeting of mine.
This meeting of mine with 2 minutes left. I don't know. That felt like a good name.
Spoke to you, then that's speaking to you.
This meeting of mine.
All right. It's so weird because the podcast isn't over.
Yeah.
We just did the rapid fire round.
We just did the rapid fire round.
But now we're going to do our discussion.
Yeah, and by discussion, I mean...
Isaac's going to talk about
I'm going to ramble and rant and not rave. The opposite of rave. Rant.
I do think about raving as two different things, though. Not to be a tangent.
What do you mean?
Like, rave could be like, wow, that's like, it's so good. It's a rave review.
Oh, there's also like raving lunatic.
That's what I'm thinking. Right. Yeah, like you're like raving, like you're
Huh. Well, I'm doing that. Yeah.
Okay.
So, I recently finished this video game called Warhammer.
You finished a video game?
I recently finished this video game called Warhammer 40k Boltgun. I don't actually know if the Warhammer 40k is part of the title. I think so. But I've recently finished Boltgun. We'll just call it Boltgun. Studio name. I should say that. It's developed by Auroch Digital and published by Focus Entertainment. It is a licensed first-person shooter using the Warhammer 40,000 IP from Games Workshop. And it is, as best as I can describe it, what I would call a boomer shooter. It is a first-person shooter with intentionally retro-inspired aesthetic and gameplay. So a lot of first-person shooters have evolved since the Doom days, and I would say that this game has more in common with Doom than, I guess, the first modern first-person shooter I would consider is Halo.
Okay.
Key difference being that this game, you can actually aim up and down, whereas in the original Doom, you actually couldn't. Like, everything was on one level. You just spun around. So that major difference. So this has like actual like 3D-ness to it. So I recently finished it, and the end frustrated me a lot. I enjoyed the game, especially in the early levels, and obviously I enjoyed it enough to play through, but by the end, I was getting extremely frustrated with the mechanics and, dare I say it, design of this game. And that's what we talk about. Yeah, we talk about game design on this podcast, so I thought it was an ample opportunity to discuss it. And I just want to preempt, I don't want to say that this is bad design. This is not designed for me.
Yeah. Because
I understand that this, like, people love this game, and it's not just because, like, they're big Warhammer fans or big boomer shooter fans. It's legitimately, I feel, a good game.
Okay.
Just this aspect of it doesn't ring true for me. So early levels, there's hordes of enemies, yes, but they're all weak enemies, and you like blast through them, and every once in a while you'll like encounter a stronger enemy, and you have to use like unique guns, like different guns to defeat different enemy types. This game has like a toughness and strength system reminiscent of the tabletop game it's based on. So like a cultist might be toughness 3. So a strength 4 gun is good against it because it's higher than their toughness. And then you might have enemies that are toughness 7. So your bolt gun, which is only strength 4, is going to suck against it. Like it's basically hinting at how much damage each of your guns is going to do against it. This is actually integral to my complaints with it. In like the last 3 levels of the game specifically, well, so in the last third of the game, they started throwing a lot of, I felt, platformer challenges at you that the game hadn't really been doing up until that point.
Okay, Expedition 33.
Yeah, well, not even, because Expedition 33 is even clunky.
They're
optional, and it's even clunkier. Okay. This, like, they weren't terrible, but I don't know. They didn't feel correct to me, and the movement was too glidey, in my opinion, to do it. Like, there was some very small platforms that you would, like, jump completely over, or, like, I slid off a few times, and, like, that's just me being bad at games. But that part was frustrating me. The other part that frustrated me more was in the final 3 levels, it was just like, we're going to put a boss in front of you. It's going to have it's going to be, like, literally toughness 7. By the way, we didn't give you any toughness 7 or higher guns, or strength 7 or higher guns. Okay. So not only do you do piddly damage to this massive boss that like does massive damage to you, often with area of effect, constant damage effects. Like there's 2 like big enemies in the game One's a big bird, and he uses
Big Bird's here?
Big Bird's here, and if he looks at you, you take damage. So you have to like break line of sight, or else you're taking like every half of a second you take like a couple points of damage. So you just have to constantly like break line of sight. And then he's also like toughness 7. So you're like, all right, I got to use something besides a bolt gun. Oh, I don't have a non-bolt gun? Interesting. And then there's like a great unclean one, which is like a big blobby, like giant kaiju monster guy, bloated, blah, blah, blah. And he can ring a bell. And if you hear the bell, it like hurts you because like the reverberations of it. And,
the ringing of the bell.
And it does like,
you.
yeah.
Sorry, I don't know about bolt guns, so I'm just going to keep saying these random things.
So, like, in the last 3 levels, there's, like, one level where it puts you up against a great unclean one, and just, as far as I could tell, infinitely spawns enemies until you kill the great unclean one. And I did not have a strength 7 or better gun.
Wow.
So, not only did it consume all of my ammo to, like, kill, like, to even, like, visibly damage, like, the great unclean one, but I was also using all my ammo on like these infinite spawns. And there was only a limited ammo in this stage, and there's no gun that has unlimited ammo. Okay. So at a certain point, like you have to get into melee with it, which is like your only infinite use attack. But then when you're in melee with it, not only are you getting swarmed by a bunch of guys around you, but he also just starts ringing that bell, and you just start taking massive damage. And it's like, okay, this is super cool and fun. And I tried it like 15 times before I went into the accessibility options. And to be clear, I was on medium difficulty. I wasn't on like super hard difficulty. I could have put it to easy difficulty. But what I decided to do instead was go into the accessibility, make myself invulnerable and infinite ammo. And I just walked up to it and I let all the infinite enemies around me attack me. And I just clicked and kept reloading the bolt gun that I had until it died.
I can imagine that wasn't very satisfying.
No, it wasn't satisfying. I literally could not, because every time I would do it before, like I was taking massive amounts of damage. I ran out of all the health upgrades because I would like attack the guy for a little while, start getting swarmed, run off, like kill the guys that were swarming me, try to find health that's hidden around the stage, which to be fair, there was a lot of different health packs around the stage. So like it did seem like I was doing things correctly. But it took so much health and ammo each excursion, like each time I engaged and then disengaged, that either like I would die in the process, or in my 15 or so attempts, I think 2 or 3 of those times I like literally completely ran out of ammo and health packs. Okay. And I was like, okay, that's super cool. And that that was like the 15th attempt. I like had gotten it down enough that I had a pattern, but it just cost too much resources. And so that's when I invulnerabilized myself and like did it. And like you said, not satisfying at all. So like the game design challenge there is they're making me manage resources, but I didn't think that was this kind of game until this moment. Like the difficulty is, I'm trying to think, I've been thinking about this a lot, but I haven't thought of it, how to specifically word it. But basically, like, if it was just me against the one big strong enemy, and the challenge was, oh, you don't have the correct guns to deal with him. How are you going to be able to like win the battle of endurance, basically? Like, are you going to be able to dodge his attacks? And even if he only summoned like the smallest enemy in the game is called a Nurgling, and it's like a little goblin guy that like just jumps at you and annoys you. And their thing is that they're very fast and jump around, so they're like hard to hit. Even if he like occasionally summoned those guys, and the challenge was you have to keep clearing them out and like just hit him from different angles and like dodge his big attacks long enough to like whittle him down and wear him down. I think that would be an interesting challenge for me. I think like that kind of design is what I was more expecting like when I started this. But the fact that it's just constantly like, oh yeah, while you're fighting this guy, we're going to spawn 10 guys with plasma guns, which do massive amounts of damage all around you. So as you're like engaging with the big guy, suddenly you just start taking massive damage from guys behind you at all angles. So you have to like completely retreat, run around, like corral the guys into an area and then defeat them. And it's like, no, this is too much going on for my tiny brain to handle. So it's like resource management, situational awareness, and solving a huge problem with limited resources. And like, I get how that is an interesting challenge for some people, but not for me. So like the idea that they're ramping up the difficulty by making those the challenges, and that's literally the last 3 levels of the game all have similar sequences. So there's the Great Unclean One, and then the level immediately after it has a Lord of Change, which is the big bird. But it's the same situation where it just keeps spawning new enemies. I think that one they at least gave you a gun, but I couldn't find any like a gun that could deal with it, but I couldn't find like enough ammo for it to deal with it and like the other creatures that it was spawning. And this one had like flying creatures, so they could literally come from all angles and attack you. And it was just overwhelming, like sensory overload. Like I could not manage everything happening all around me. And then the final boss of the entire game, and as soon as I realized what was going on, I just instantly like invulnerabilized and infinite ammoed myself, because I was like, this is not something that I am going to be able to deal with in any satisfying way. Like, I am either going to get so mad that I will never touch this game again, or I will just do this at some point anyways, and I'll just cut out the middleman. I'll just go immediately to this. Final boss of the game is a guy that like soul links himself to first a Great Unclean One, and he can't take damage until you kill the Great Unclean One. And then he soul links himself to a big bird, and he can't take damage until you kill the big bird.
Okay.
And then he doesn't soul link himself to anything, but just, you know, this entire time, infinite enemies are continuously spawning all around you. So it's literally the previous 2 challenges combined with an additional big, strong damage guy. And yeah, it's like literally the 2 things like combined in immediate row. And I was like, okay, I'm not gonna have enough ammo to be able to deal with it. So I just made myself invincible, and I just sat in front of the Great Unclean One, blasted it until it died. He teleported away, teleported back, and was like, I'm now soulbound to a big bird. And I was like, all right, blasted this big bird. All the time enemies are like swarming me, attacking me. I'm like, I'm involved. I don't know. So yeah, the game ended. I did not think it was satisfactory at all. And again, to reiterate, not bad design, not designed for me.
Well, I think it was bad design based on what you described, only because we've talked about it on the podcast before, but like to not set up something. Like you said, like it didn't feel like resource management until the final boss.
That is true.
I think that's bad design.
That is true. Like in previous segments of the game, they did set up, so they have every level I think has what's called a purge zone, where the idea is lots of enemies will spawn in waves, but there's like a final enemy that once you kill, like it ends. But there is also a point where like they always stop, and then it's just kill what's left, including like the final guy, like the mini boss almost. And those, they'll often give you like, they'll often use those to teach you how to use a weapon. Like I remember one purge zone, it gives you a weapon called a heavy bolter, and all of the enemies that it spawns are weak versus the heavy bolter. So like the idea is you get to use this cool heavy bolter and like mow down 1 million enemies, and you're like, this is a cool weapon. I just did a lot of stuff. I just did the purge zone. It was awesome. And they give you tons of ammo for like the heavy bolter. So yeah, those never feel like resource management until kind of the end, because I was never in a purge zone where I felt like I didn't have enough resources to finish it out. In fact, they always, even up until like that Great Unclean One in the third to last level, there was usually an excess of both ammo and health. Like I would always end those, and I would see like 5 health packs left and like a bunch of bundles of ammo that I didn't even use. And then it was just like, all right, we get to one, and it's like, all right, we have the same amount as always, but you go through it every
Yeah.
in 15 attempts. You go through it every single time. So yeah, I guess there is no like foreshadowing that like this is the route that we're gonna go.
Right,
They're just
right.
like, how are we gonna finish this game? Let's just make you fight 1,000 enemies at once. Where up until now you've only had to fight 20 enemies.
It
at
kind
once.
of reminds me of Chicory a little bit. Like that was my biggest
Oh.
complaint. As much as I loved that game, was there's no combat at all in the regular gameplay, and then there'd just be random end of level bosses that was combat based. So there was like no training on how to do combat. You just had to do it. And it was all very confusing too. Like it wasn't very straightforward combat either.
That's fair.
And each one was different. So the first boss didn't prepare you for the second boss. Like they were all different.
Yeah.
Anyway, but that's what it reminds me of a little bit. But yeah, okay. Well, thank you for sharing your ramble vent.
Yeah. And I mean, it's just a game design thing
Critique.
to think about, you know,
Yeah.
like I guess just breaking down like what I felt the design is an interesting way to do, and it's something that I encourage people to do, especially if you feel frustration with a game. Like it helps me feel less frustrated to be like, I do see what they were going for.
Yeah. Break down the design.
Yeah.
Think
Even if
through
it's
it.
not for me, I just know if I'm ever making a game that this isn't what I'm going to do.
Perfect. And then you learn about yourself.
Yeah,
There you
exactly.
go.
So, yeah, that was our episode.
That was our episode. You can find us on Patreon now, patreon.com/makethatgame. You can also follow us on Twitch, twitch.tv/makethatgame. And we will be going live February 21st, which is a Saturday. So look out for that. Usually we go around like 11:30 noon Eastern-ish. But if you follow us on Twitch, you'll get notified when we do go live, which is great. You can follow us on YouTube, youtube.com/@makethatgame, where we do post our podcast episodes. There's not video of it, though. Maybe someday again, but not soon. But we also do post our live replays there. So if you missed the live stream of the month, you can watch it there. We're behind on posting those, but I'll get to that. Don't worry. And then, where else? Oh, on social media, we're at MakeThatGamePod, and you can email us at makethatgamepodcast@gmail.com. You can also find us on the web, makethatgame.com, a great website.
I
And
made it.
Isaac made it. And also Isaac made the theme music. We never say that. We've
Oh,
said it
yeah.
like one time.
I did that.
But Isaac did that. That's where that comes from. But if you heard a game today that you just really have the desire to play, the only way to do that is if you get out there and
Make that game!